So more stuff keeps continuing, right? With the International Monetary Fund, the World Economic Forum, the United Nations. Remember, these are the big agencies that kind of direct all of the different governments that are below it. So they're giving a lot of stuff right now. A lot of crazy things are happening. If you look at right today, the United Nations chief, he's mentioning there's going to be mass discontent in Europe. Now, can we really call it discontent when we're talking about 100 million people freezing, through the winter with no fuel? Food prices are going crazy. They're having riots in the streets. They're having protests against the cost of living. It's more going to be discomforting, right? We also have had word that they want countries now to start not having embargoes or whatever blockades against shipping out agriculture stuff. This keeps coming up, that food is going to be a main problem that is going to be coming over the next couple months. That's going to be the start of it. When we find out by the end of October that we haven't made any food, there's going to be a lot of problems. Remember, the Northern Hemisphere makes almost all the food for the world. So if we don't have that at all, people are going to be starving, man. That's how it is. Now, if a country like India or something like that bans the export of food, guess why they're doing it? It's because they don't have enough food to feed themselves. That's the problem, right? If you don't have enough food to feed yourself, then what are you supposed to be doing? Of course you would be banning the export of it. Now, of course, all of the world is saying, well, please export it, please export it. But if you walked into your country, no food on the shelves, and then found out that you were exporting it for profit, I can understand why people would be upset at that. But there's not going to be enough food to go around. David, why are we talking about food if you're a real estate broker? Because this affects how much you can buy for a home. Remember that in the old days, like a long, long time ago, before globalization, the banks would calculate that food took 30% of your income. Woo, okay? But in recent days, because food in North America went from 30% of the average income down to 12%, guess what happened? Now they're like, well, you have all this extra free money. We can lend it to you in your house, which then started this whole interest-only loans down in the United States, right? And then in Canada, you could put 5% down on your home. And they're willing to do this because food prices were very low and the cost of living was low. What we're seeing now is banks are changing all that based on the cost of living. So food has gone up, everything else has gone up. So let's just reverse back, okay? We're going to use easy numbers. If you made $100,000 per year, the banks are willing to lend you 4 and 5 times your salary. So you make $100,000 a year, they're willing to lend you $500,000. Okay? Easy math. Now that the interest rates have gone way, way, way up, and the cost of food has gone up, and gas has gone up, and everything else has gone up, now the banks only want to lend you 3 times your salary. So the guy before that could have a $500,000 mortgage can now only get a $300,000 mortgage. That's going to affect the prices of all homes everywhere. The banks will lend you less money because they are calculating the cost of inflation, real inflation on food and fuel and everything else. Everything will come back to houses. Of course, everything starts with energy. We need fertilizer for energy, fuel to plow the fields and to get that food off and to make stuff. Everything is base energy. The life is energy. Everything. Economies are energy. But then it trickles down to everything else. And so when we look at houses, we have to calculate the effect of the food price and the gas price. Remember, your home has so much products in it that are petroleum based, whether it's the plastic around your windows or your asphalt shingles or the PEX piping, or a lot of petroleum products go into your homes. Nowadays, a lot of the floors, even a lot of the caulking that you use, petroleum products. So we see that this is affecting housing all the time. We had a client today that called us and told us about, he was just changing his sink. He changed his sink just a few years ago for $89. Today, that same sink is $299. The prices will continue to go up. So what are we going to be expecting moving forward? We're going to expect to see home prices go down as interest rates go up. Remember the rule of thumb, 1% interest rate goes up, home prices come down 10%. It always works like this, right? So if they are continually moving those interest rates up and up, I keep screaming it from the mountaintops, home prices are going to fall. So if you're in a large home in a big city, those are the things that are going to be going down. If you are in the city of Toronto, that's what I specialize in, helping you sell your home faster. But if you're anywhere else, you got to be thinking about moving these types of properties and getting out, because they're going to be losing a lot more moving forward. But if you are in a small entry-level home in a city like Toronto, those entry-level homes are going to have like huge demand for them as everybody is going to be downsizing. If you are in a B class or C class city and you're in a larger home there, remember entry-level homes everywhere are what going to do very well over the next couple of years, but those entry-level homes are even better in a B or C class city. So just try and think of that and be prepared. Where would I start off with? There is absolutely going to be massive food shortages. Now, we might not see them in Canada, United States. So what if you're missing your star fruit, right, or an avocado? It's not going to change your life very much, but what you're going to notice is prices will continue to go up. As a lot of inflation and a supply issue, we're going to see prices getting really crunched. It's going to make it hard on a lot of people. So what could you do if you're just a family of four just trying to work and make ends meet? This is where I think every time you go shopping, you got to be picking up an extra can, fruit, vegetables, meats, tuna, something. You can buy huge bags of rice and beans and store them just in case there will be some shortages. And unfortunately, the people who get hurt the most by this are the people that can't afford it. Thinking of places like India and like Africa, when the richer countries can buy it at a higher price and they can't afford it. So this is terrible, I think, what's going to be happening. I think there's going to be a lot of food shortages, but that's what I'm putting out there. I'm wondering what you guys are doing, and do you agree with this? If it is something that you agree with, I'd love to know in the comments below. If not, I'd like to know why you don't think so. I think you should be stocking up. Housing, though, is the thing that always will make you money. Real estate is always going to do well. And what will separate somebody from being poor to rich as the middle class is decimated through a time like this is going to be the moves that you make in the next couple of years that could dictate the next couple of decades of your life. So I want you to be prepared for what is coming. Stocking up for food and cosmetics and cleaning supplies and baby diapers and whatever else that you're going to have to buy. Buying that stuff now is a good idea. Now, the government doesn't want you to do that, right? Because they don't want you to be stocking up. They want you not to be spending any money, clearly, right? It's always hard trying to work against the government because they don't want you to take your money out of the bank. They don't want you to go spend it because that actually adds to inflation. But, we're a small channel. We're not going to affect anything. But, tell your friends that they should be having extra stuff at your home. This is the problem. People my age, around 40 years old, have never seen a time of mass shortage of something, right? But if you go talk to your parents or grandparents, they're going to have stories of when there were mass shortages. And it's not to go down this prepper route. I haven't done this my whole life, but we can either believe in math or magic. And I don't believe in magic. I invest based on risk analysis and looking at those cash flows. And we don't have enough food coming off, which worries me. Prices going up, which is going to affect the price of homes. Remember, the reason I put this out there is because this is what I really believe in, but it's also what I'm doing. So this is not telling you what to do. This is just telling you what I'm personally doing for this. Now, a lot of people are on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and they're saying, now is the best time to buy. Now is the best time to buy. There's blood in the water. It's a great time to buy. I don't think so. So I may be eating my shirt a year from now, but I sure don't think so. But if you agree with me, I'd like to know that you do. Please leave a comment. And if not, I'd like to know as well. Anyway, I'm not in my outfit, my normal outfit. I just saw the news that came in. I thought I would just stop by, tell you what I guys think. I think this is important. I think that you should be telling your family and friends about this. Home prices will continue to go down. Now, this is not a time to be buying in these big cities, but there's always good deals that are out there. I am continually looking for real estate deals. Today, I'm looking for real estate deals. I leave 15, 20 minutes every single day to look at properties because I'm putting them on a watch list because when the prices are right, I'm going to go in and buy them at very low prices. That's what I intend to do. So what are you doing to prepare? What are you doing to be careful about this housing drop price? Remember, all the prices of homes that have dropped recently are only because new buyers can't qualify for them. If you go look today, how many of your friends have lost their homes because the price went up too high or the payment's too high? I don't know anybody yet. So when that starts to happen and you're seeing people lose their jobs and prices drop, that's when you're going to start seeing the real price changes, I think. But I could be wrong. I'm wondering what you think. Leave a message below. Remember, I'm always here for your health, wealth, and happiness. I want to guide you and walk with you right through this entire decline and incline, because this is where fortunes are going to be made. I want you to be one of them and not to get squashed, okay? So please remember to like and subscribe and share this. I really, really appreciate it. Sorry I'm not in my usual outfit, you guys, but I wish you the very best. Keep on crushing it, and I'll see you later on tonight. Hey, you guys, thank you very much for staying to the end. If you like that video, you might like this video, and you might like this one too.